guys, Stephanie here with another Bibliophobes video, and today I'm bringing you what I plan on reading in the month of May. Now, I know I'm late in the game, but life got away from me, but now I'm back on a schedule. Hopefully it stays that way, hopefully. But before we get into what I plan on reading, I plan on doing a little bit of hair changing going up. I've been watching a lot of videos about like different wardrobes, different makeup styles, and I like how they go from one thing to another to another. I think those videos are pretty cool. So I'm gonna try it with my hair. So here's my hair currently. So let's make a change. Ready? And there we are. And now it's all colored. I like how it came out. Came out very pretty. Came out like this mauve color. I like it. So, back to what we were doing, guys. Alrighty, so this is going to be my May TBR. Now that I got my hair colored, I also grabbed some coffee along the way. And I may have did a menagerie of other things while I was waiting for my hair to process. But let's beyond that. So, I've got quite a few books that I want to read. Yes, I know it's the end of the month, but you'll see what I read in my next video. So the first book that I would like to pick up is Innocent Mage by Karen Miller. This book I picked up originally because of the beautiful cover. And then I was like, oh, it's been on my shelf for years, so I need to get to it. So this book is about our main character named Asher. And Asher has set out from his small fishing village, and he is wanting to gain his fortune and be able to support his father. And he somehow becomes friends with a prince. And he gets all the fortune that he wants, but there's a secret. The secret is that there is a prophecy out there that Asher doesn't know about, but they believe that Asher is part of this prophecy. That alone intrigued me to want to read it. So here we go. The next book that I would like to pick up, Obsidio by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. This book is the third book in the Illuminae series. Such a good book. This will be a reread for me, and this book being the third in the series and the finaling of everything, in each book there are different main characters, and in this book the main characters are Asher Grant and I can never remember his name, Reese Lindstrom. And if I tell you anything about what goes on with them, it'll give away some storyline. This book is about the world Carenza, and Baytech, a company that has its own army for some reason, has attacked it and has annihilated quite a few of its people. We follow two main characters in the first book that have escaped them, and they are running away from them, and they are trying to get to this jump station called Heimdall. And it is such a good story, very good twists and turns everywhere, and I cannot wait to get into this book. The next book that I would like to get to, Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. What can be said about this book? If you don't know what this book is about, here's a quick synopsis. This book is about Claire Randall, and she is somehow thrown back in time 200 years, and she is trying to get back. She, in the first couple of chapters, I know this from reading the first couple of chapters, it really doesn't give much away, but she is thrown into a skirmish between the Scottish and the English, and she has almost been raped, almost been killed, almost been beaten to death, and she somehow is not crazy yet. So yeah, I wanted to read this book, and it's been on my shelf for years, so I definitely would like to get into this book. It is such a very popular book, and I think, again, that is why I have kind of strayed away from it, is because it's popular, and I stray away from popular things. But we'll see what I think about it. The next book that I would like to get into, Red Rising by Pierce Brown. And this book, another beloved book by many people. Again, it's popular. I did not want to get into a popular book. So this book is set in a world where color is your class. And it is about a main character named Darrow, who is a red, which is the lowest class of everything. And their job as the lowest class is to work to death to try to get Mars, because I guess that's where they live according to the back of the cover, is try to get Mars to where people can live on the surface. So they're living obviously underground or in buildings of some sort that can sustain life. And so they work tirelessly, and then all of a sudden Darrow finds out that the other classes have lied to them because the surface of Mars is actually inhabited and is livable. So Darrow sets out to get revenge because he's been lied to for so many years, thinking he would die working on the surface of Mars so that his family could live on the surface later, and maybe this whole class thing would go away. So Darrow is planning on infiltrating some of the higher class to be able to get revenge on them. Now, I don't know what will ensue. That's the beauty of wanting to read this book. The next book that I'd like to get into, The Emperor's Blades by Brian Staveley. Now, this book, I actually owned this book at one time, got rid of it, and got it again because my husband listened to it, said he loved it, and then he said that I wouldn't care for it because actually my brother-in-law Seth said I wouldn't like it because there's so much world building. And I'm like, I love world building. I read fantasy. So he's like, oh, well then you'll like it. So I bought it again. I bought the whole series this time. So this book is about our three main characters, which are these characters I assume that are on the front, because The Emperor's Blades is about the emperor has died, and it is about his children trying to survive. We have the first one that we are introduced to, Caden, and he is actually in line for the throne. Our next character, which I think is this guy, Valen. He is obviously another son of the emperor. He is in training with the emperor's deadliest fighters, which they're called the Ketrel. Then we have our last character, and this is obviously the emperor's daughter, if you can't tell by the picture. And the daughter's name is Adair, which I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. And she is actually within the politics of the empire. So the last couple books that I would like to read are actually, I would like to pick up 3 graphic novels because I like reading graphic novels, and I have actually selected a couple from my library app. It's called Libby, and if you don't know what Libby is, it's been around for a while. I'm sure everybody kind of knows what it is, but if you don't, Libby is usually gone through your local library. Some use Libby, some use Overdrive, and this particular library that I use uses Libby. So I'm going through and I'm looking at some of the graphic novels and seeing which ones that I would like to read. So I would at least like to read 3 of them by the end of the month, which I have a week to finish all these books and 3 graphic novels. Let's see what I can get done and what I can accomplish, because that is going to be exciting. I found a unicorn pen in my stash of pens and I forgot I had this. So that is it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and until next time guys, this is Bibliophobe signing off. Bye.